Hello, I'm Molly, and today I'm going to be showing you how to clean the inlet of the UPAS, including the cap and the Cyclone insert. Before we get started, I want to introduce all the things that you see here in front of you. First of all, I have some DI water here that I'm going to be combining with this Dawn dish soap. I'm going to be mixing that together to create the solution to wash the inlet cap here. This is a screwdriver, but you can use any sort of tool essentially to pry the Cyclone insert out, which I will show you in a few minutes. This is a Kimtech wipe, which is a lint-free wipe that I'm going to be using to dry some of the parts. Here is a contamination container that will keep your filter cartridge, which is also in here, from contamination while you transport it from your field to the lab. And here are the two brushes that I'm going to be using to clean the UPAS. I'll show you which surfaces these are applicable to here in a few minutes. So first I'm going to create the soap solution. I just have a little dish here. This is also filled with DI water. I'm going to put about half a teaspoon of Dawn dish soap in here. We do want to make this solution pretty strong. Go ahead and mix that up. We're going to take the components that we're going to be cleaning out of the UPAS. Also, I am wearing gloves to prevent contamination as well. So this is the container I'm going to be putting the filter cartridge in. I'm going to go ahead and unscrew this cap. So this is the inlet cap and Cyclone insert are in one piece. We're going to separate them for cleaning. But first I'm going to put this filter cartridge just like this. Now this is ready for transport. Now I'm going to use the screwdriver to pop out the insert of this inlet cap. As soon as you feel it release, it will be free in here and you can now separate the two components. We're going to put both of these into the soap solution. So after the parts are in there, you can go ahead and agitate them a little, just give them a swirl. Get soap in all the areas. And now I'm going to use these foam tip brushes that are also lint-free to make sure that all the surfaces have been cleaned. I'm going to start with the inlet cap. One of the surfaces you really want to make sure to clean is the conical insert right here. Collects particulates that are too big to fit into the Cyclone insert. And we're going to make sure that this is clean all the way to the inside of and the bottom of the conical shape of this inset. Once that's been scrubbed out, I'm also going to hit all the inside surfaces. As well as the threads. If this is contaminated with larger particles, they could fall into your future sampling. I'm going to put it back in the soap solution now, kind of knock the rest of them loose. Now I'm going to clean the Cyclone insert. A few surfaces you want to pay attention to here are the through hole. You want to make sure to get all the way around there, which I will show here in a minute, as well as the small inlet hole of the Cyclone, which is a little hard to see here, but I'll show you where the other brush goes into that opening. First, we're going to use this same bigger brush to hit all the surfaces of both sides of the Cyclone insert. There's also a little brown O-ring right inside here. You want to make sure to swab that little inset very well. There's another brown O-ring over here, which you also want to make sure you hit. And now I'm going to use this other smaller tipped brush, which comes with the UPAS, to clean the inlet hole of the Cyclone insert. So right here, there's a little hole where the particulates of the particular size cut can enter the filter cartridge, so we want to make sure that this is clear. So this is just a very gentle twisting, kind of trying to get all the surfaces in there, and then once that's done, we can again put this piece back into the soap solution. I'm now going to rinse the parts with DI water. You really want to make sure that all the soap particulates are off of the pieces, so I'm going to rinse this quite thoroughly. I'm going to set this on a Kimtech wipe to start drying while I rinse the Cyclone insert. Again, you want to make sure you're very thorough and get all of the soap out of the little crevices, the inlet hole. Now I'm going to let these parts dry for approximately 10 minutes. Once these parts have completely dried, I'm going to visually inspect them for any soap that may have been left behind or any remaining particulates that I see. And if I do, I can go back and repeat the soap process, as well as another rinse cycle can help if you see soap spots left behind. Now these two parts are ready to be reassembled and installed back into the UPAS. These two parts are going to fit together like this, and I'm going to push and turn this insert into the cap. And when it's fit in there like this, then I'm just going to push 2 fingers down and twist approximately 45 degrees to 90 degrees until I feel the O-ring kind of lock in. And now I'm just going to kind of test to make sure that it's not free floating with the screwdriver, which it's not. So this is now secure. And now I can take a new filter cartridge with a new filter. Careful to handle this around the edges. Going to place the cartridge into the UPAS, making sure it's centered in the opening. And now I'm going to place the cap back onto the UPAS. Now your UPAS is ready for another sample run.